This is Revisited. Alright guys, so I was at the Salvation Army the other day, and I happened to see that they had an original PlayStation 1 in the box for only $20. So of course I had to pick it up. I mean, who wouldn't pick it up for $20? The real cool thing about all of this is this is the original Model 1 PlayStation 1 that came out in 1996. Now, I did some research, and I guess there was about 3 or 4 different models of the PS1 before the PlayStation 2 came out. Upgrading hardware and things like that, correcting bugs as they came out with new models. But this is the original model that came out in 96. Now, if we look at the box is really nice looking. Unfortunately, it only had the styrofoam in it. It didn't have any of the manuals or anything like that, but as you can see, the box has actually been kept up pretty well. Pretty sweet seeing all these ads for the games at the time that were going to come out. Mortal Kombat 3, Raiden Project, Jumping Flash, Twisted Metal, Tekken, all kinds of good stuff. As you can see, there's also a little damage right there, but nothing too bad. And there's the model number. Okay, well this is actually 1995. So, my bad. This is actually the 95 very first model of the PlayStation 1. So this is really cool. At first, I almost walked right by it because there was so much shit sitting on top of it behind a glass case that I almost walked right by until I noticed that I saw Raiden Tard, a picture of that on there. I was like, wait a minute, what is that? So I had the guy come over, and lo and behold, it was the PlayStation 1 in the box. And it had the console. Now, this is really cool. An original model PlayStation 1. And now if you look at it, this is the weird thing, and I don't claim to be an expert on PS1s or anything like that, or the different models. The only thing I know is that as the PlayStations came out, the ports on the back were always changing. So this is a 95 model PlayStation, the first model, and this is a 2000. This is a 1999 model. So you can see how the ports are completely different in the back. I mean, they got rid of a lot of shit as the newer PlayStations came out for some reason. I mean, I like to have these. Now that I have these, with this, it might be easier to record gameplay. I mean, I always used the PlayStation 3 anyway, but whatever. But here is the thing I wanted to ask you guys. Maybe some of you know this, maybe you don't. But I noticed that this PlayStation, and every PlayStation I could ever remember, was, here's a good light, was this color gray. Now, if you see this PlayStation, this is like a really dark gray. And I thought, well, maybe it's like sun faded, or people just didn't take care of it well enough. But if you look all around the system, it's all the consistent color. Because you would be able to know if the system was just sun faded by the back. So if you look at these both side to side, you can see the clear color difference in both of them. Super light gray and super, I would say, I guess, dark gray, or maybe I don't know, almost brownish, like light brownish color. So I have no idea if that is anything normal for the very first model PlayStation 1. If any of you know anything about this, I would love to know. Now let's look on the inside. The inside is pretty interesting too, how the disk drives changed. So there's the model for this is the 1999 model disk drive. Now over here is the very first 1995 model. A lot is different. Completely different area. And I guess the 95 models had some sort of problem with disk skipping and stuff like that every once in a while. And you can also see, if you look at it, if you can kind of see closely, it almost looks like if you look closely, it almost looks like the 99 model's disc tray opens up wider than the very first model. So now let's look on the back of these. Now if you also look at the back, you can tell that the 99 model had a lot more openings for, you know, airflow and not to get overheated, and the very first PlayStation 1 model had not even close to the same amount. So yeah, anyway guys, that was my my find. Pretty amazing. I'm actually really happy to have this. It's going to look great with all the rest of my gaming stuff. And if you guys know anything about why this PlayStation looks so much different than that model PlayStation as far as color goes, let me know. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'd love to talk to you guys in the comments. Alright, see you later.